About 4,500 years ago, an incredible wonder of the world was constructed in Egypt, the Great Pyramid of Giza. Standing at a height of 147 meters, it held the title of the tallest structure in the world for over 4,000 years. This colossal monument, estimated to weigh about 6 million tons, was built using massive stones. By comparison, the Burj Khalifa, the world's current tallest structure, weighs only 500,000 tons. Naturally, the question arises: how was such an extraordinary structure built? Back then, people didn't have cranes, bulldozers, or modern technology, not even the wheel. Yet, they created a monument that has endured for over 4,500 years, surviving hot summers, storms, torrential rains, and relentless weathering. No other structure of this size and age still stands today. So how did the ancient Egyptians achieve this? Let's unravel the mystery of the pyramids. The Great Pyramid, often regarded as one of the most enigmatic structures on Earth, was built around 2560 BC as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, the second monarch of Egypt's 4th dynasty. His reign, which remains a subject of debate, is estimated to have lasted anywhere from 23 to over 60 years. The pyramid is located on the west bank of the Nile, alongside two other significant pyramids: the Pyramid of Khafra, built by Khufu's son, and the Pyramid of Menkaure, constructed by Khafra's son. These three pyramids, along with the Great Sphinx and several smaller pyramids, form part of the Giza complex. Ancient Egyptians built these pyramids primarily as tombs, driven by their strong belief in the afterlife. They believed that life continued after death, and that a person's soul would be judged by the gods in the underworld. To ensure a good afterlife, pharaohs commissioned grand tombs for themselves, which were stocked with food, treasures, jewelry, furniture, and clothing for their journey. Upon death, the pharaoh's body was mummified and sealed in a sarcophagus within the pyramid. While inscriptions and discoveries in other pyramids have confirmed these practices, the Great Pyramid of Giza itself offers little direct evidence. Archaeologists found an empty sarcophagus and 3 artifacts inside the pyramid, but the treasures believed to have once surrounded the sarcophagus were likely looted long ago. Alternative theories about the pyramid's purpose abound. Some claim it was a power plant generating electricity, citing ancient artwork as evidence, though these artworks likely depict mythological stories. Others, like American politician Ben Carson, have proposed it was a granary for storing grain, an idea unsupported by archaeological evidence. These theories, often rooted in speculation or religious beliefs, contrast sharply with the consensus among historians. The pyramid was built as a tomb. How were the pyramids built? The most perplexing question remains: how did the ancient Egyptians construct a 147-meter-tall structure using enormous stones weighing between 2.5 and 80 tons? This was accomplished without modern machinery, within an estimated time frame of 20 years. Contrary to the popular portrayal of slaves building the pyramids, evidence suggests otherwise. Greek historian Herodotus first proposed this idea in the 5th century BC, but modern research shows that skilled laborers, not slaves, constructed the pyramids. These workers were well fed and lived in nearby cities, supported by seasonal laborers such as farmers during their agricultural off-season. Approximately 20,000 to 30,000 workers participated in building the Great Pyramid. Over 5.5 million tons of limestone, 8,000 tons of granite, and 500,000 tons of mortar were used, with most materials sourced locally. Harder stones, such as granite, were transported from quarries up to 800 kilometers away. To cut the stones, copper tools were commonly used, while harder rocks like granite were broken using dolerite. Workers used innovative methods, such as driving water-soaked wooden wedges into cracks in the stone, causing the wedges to expand and break the rock apart. Transporting the stones, since carts with wheels were not in use during the 4th dynasty, researchers believe the stones were transported using sledges. A plausible theory suggests the stones were floated on rafts along the Nile River to the construction site. Once there, the sledges were pulled over wet sand to reduce friction, a method supported by an ancient painting from the tomb of Dahutihotep. A 2014 study demonstrated that adding 2 to 5% water to sand significantly reduced the effort required to pull heavy loads. Stacking the stones. How the stones were lifted and stacked remains debated. One theory suggests the use of ramps, as evidenced by the discovery of a 4,500-year-old wooden ramp in a quarry. Ropes and wooden pillars on the sides of the ramps may have been used to pull the stones upward. Another theory involves levers, similar to the ancient Egyptian shaduf mechanism used for drawing water from the Nile. While these theories are compelling, they do not fully explain how the pyramid was constructed within 20 years. For instance, to meet the timeline, one stone would need to be placed every 3 minutes, every day, for 2 decades. Mysteries of the pyramid. The Great Pyramid's remarkable durability is partly attributed to its design and construction techniques. Mortar, used on the upper layers of the pyramid, increased the structure's stability, helping it withstand earthquakes over millennia. Interestingly, while the chemical composition of the mortar is known, scientists have been unable to recreate it. Originally, the pyramid was covered in fine white limestone, giving it a brilliant appearance under sunlight. This outer layer has eroded over time, though remnants can still be seen at the top of the Pyramid of Khafra. Precision and alignment. The Great Pyramid's design is astonishingly precise. It is aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal directions, with an error of only 1/15 of a degree. This precision, achieved without compasses or GPS, has led to various theories. One suggests the Egyptians used the autumn equinox to align the pyramid, while another posits they relied on the stars, specifically the constellation Orion. However, such theories remain debated. Some fringe theories even claim that aliens built the pyramids, dismissing the possibility of human ingenuity. Such ideas contradict scientific thinking, offering simplistic explanations where evidence is lacking. Conclusion. The construction of the Great Pyramid remains one of history's greatest mysteries. While we may not have all the answers, ongoing research continues to shed light on the ingenuity and resourcefulness of the ancient Egyptians. By acknowledging what we know and what we don't, we pave the way for future discoveries and a deeper understanding of our past. Thank you for exploring this fascinating journey with Sick to Succeed.